Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, sweet. Gallery. All right, so just waiting on Aiden right now. But it took like a minute. I got the email and then it popped up on the computer like a minute after.
Yeah, it took a little while also with mine.
All right, here we go.
What was that?
He's in right now. I'm about to admit him. Aiden, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Gomez, can you hear Aiden?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna kick off a quick intro and then we will get started. We'll just go back and forth on the questions. Coach, if you have anything, just pop in. And that's how we'll rock it right now. I have it recording so I can go through and make edits if need be or anything like that. Sweet. All right. What it do? It's your boy BDammone, and we got Coach Gomez in the building. We are on a special Zoom conference with the man of the weekend, Mr. 210, Mr. Technician, Mr. I'm locked up. I don't let people out. We got Aiden Inesta-Rodriguez. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Aiden is a senior from San Antonio Brandeis, who, if you've been following the football scene down here, then you definitely know the name. And other than that, you know the work ethic and you know the competitor that he is, and you know the line of defensive backs that he's learned from and continues to groom and will lead and have Brandeis influence for the years to come. So thank you for your time tonight, man. I know it was a very busy weekend. Kind of want to kick off and talk about that real quick. So going into Saturday, up at Coppell at the Rivals Dallas Combine, give us a little bit of what your mindset was going into the day as you arrived at the stadium.
Yes, sir. So going into the whole weekend, I knew it was a big weekend. I had to go ball out. I had to earn that spot to the next day because, I had to get my name out there. And so that was just my mindset throughout this whole week, just making good times. And me and my dad, we were practicing all week throughout the week, just practicing starts and 40s and, pro agility and stuff like that for the combine. And so I felt pretty good going into the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try my best and I'll do good. And so that's what happened ultimately at the end of the day.
How tough was it trying to prepare for this and also competing during track as well? I know it's kind of tough going from track practice and then trying to go and put in work to prepare for this combine. So talk a little bit about how difficult that was trying to schedule it into your day as well as with football and stuff like that.
Right. So I have track practice after school. And so usually I would probably go out after track practice just to get some work in. And my dad gets off of work kind of late too. So whenever he got out, we were usually at UTSA or something trying to get some work in.
That's
But
good, man.
track was helping me out a lot too, just getting out and running,
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
So with the events that they were testing, were you actually practicing any of those drills, or like were some of those new to you, or were they the same as the combines that you had been to in the past?
Yes, sir. It was pretty much the same. I mean, all the drills that we would practice throughout the week, it was the exact same.
Okay. So being there at the event myself on Saturday, I saw you had a couple of false starts, and I was like, oh, okay. But then I saw you run, and all I thought was, okay, he's running real smooth. All right, cool. And lo and behold, I didn't know that you had just ran a 4.43. So from what I thought was just you running smooth, I was like, all right, cool. He got out clean, good. All right. I kind of, I guess being around you and down here in San Antonio, seeing you run before, I didn't think anything of it. But then as I later heard that day from a coach, you turn around and I'm at the booth and you ran your time, and then I see you coming back with a couple of gentlemen to the booth and I hear them announce your time. Now, did you feel you were running at a 4.37?
Honestly, it kind of surprised me when I heard that time, because especially with a laser time like that, I was really surprised. Like the first time, because so the first two times that I false started, it really messed with my mind a little bit. And so when I got down, I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to run. And so when I did that and I heard that time, I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah. So
Brandon had called me. I was out at track meet in Austin, and Brandon calls me. He's like, Aiden just ran a 4.3. I mean, a 4.4. I was like, wow.
Yes, sir.
It was pretty exciting, man, to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, so then obviously that was the fastest time of the day. And then right after that is when I believe they gave you your invite to the camp the following day, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that was after the first event, because you still had to go through like 4 or 5 other stations, right?
Right. So what they told me at the tent, they were like, they pretty much said you have an invite, but you just need to finish everything up and then come meet us back at the tent.
Okay.
And that's where they gave me the official little pass thing.
Okay, awesome. So then, all right, so you check off one of the goals, right? So then that night going into the next morning, what is your mind frame?
So my mind frame was just like, okay, you already made it to the second day. Now it's time to ball out. Just lock everybody up and do your thing. And that's what I went.
Was there any kind of special meal that you were looking at? You were telling me, you know what, Pops, I want to go eat this tonight.
No, honestly, I didn't really care. I mean, usually I do. So every time I get like an MVP or anything in the past, me and my father, like on the way up, on the drive up, we would listen to crime stories. And so that night, that's what we were doing. We were just listening to crime stories. So it's kind of like a little omen thing that we usually do.
Got you.
Okay, which is so funny because I listen to crime stories on my way up there. That's funny. Yeah. So now you're going into Sunday. You're set. You're where you're supposed to be. Are you one of the competitors that looks at names of the other people there, or do you just go and whoever steps up, and you're willing to step up against anybody?
Yes, sir. I'm willing to go against anybody. I mean, I don't really care about a name. I'm just there to work. So if I see somebody that's really good, I'm gonna go line up against them. I'm gonna try and get that work. And so, if there is a big name that I know, then yeah, I'm gonna try and go up against them as much as I can.
Real quick, and I saw you cut in line and get back at somebody. I saw that. I was like, okay, you just went like 2 reps ago. I see it though. I see it. And I really thought the matchup of the day was you versus 346. I'm not sure if you know his name, Jordan Neighbors, from Rockwall Heath. But that was my matchup of the day. He was the only person with a catch against you. And, you know, that's why I had to take his picture. I'm like, okay, I know this kid can play. But of course I knew his name going into the event, but that was a matchup that I liked. And of course I saw you going up against Jalen Hale and Tylen Shetron, excuse me. A couple of number one players in the state, one for Texas and one for Oklahoma, and both unsuccessful against you. You know, I'll toot your horn. That's fine. And it was really a pleasure to see you versus some names that, you know, people across the country didn't know. And I'm not sure if you saw it, but I saw receivers also lining up to go with you. Did you feel that, or did you notice that?
Not really. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to anything like that. I was just trying to get as many reps as I could. Like you said, trying to cut in line and all that stuff.
Yeah. I saw it. And I mean, and I think that really worked to your benefit, because the more you got in the groove, it just seemed like you started bumping guys, or you would play off, and you just got in the mindset of how you would attack them, kind of like game mode. Am I wrong?
Right. Yes, sir. You're
Okay,
right.
okay. Anything from you, Coach Gomez, right now?
No, man. I mean, based off the clips that I've seen, you were playing great technique, which, I mean, everybody knows that you have great technique, man. Put yourself in a position to be successful every time. And I think you're one of the best out there who recognizes routes also, you know, to help you out to your advantage. And a lot of kids don't do that. A lot of kids just want to go through the motions and think that, oh, I just got to be fast. Of course, being fast helps you, but when you know your technique and where you got to be at, man, it helps out a whole lot. And that's one thing you're great at, brother. That's one thing you're great at.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, just, being able to play both ways, like as a receiver and DB, it really helps a lot. Just noticing things and recognizing stuff, like the depth of what route is going to be where, and
Yep.
that on the weekend.
Awesome.
And definitely shows that you do your homework.
So with that being said, with the performance that you put on, definitely notoriety comes along with when people notice what's unexpected, and your performance, being the first one since COVID hit for Rivals. You're the first Gatorade MVP that they've had, and you earned your spot there from, like you said, from the Saturday combine going into the camp, and then you totally blow up the scene with what people in San Antonio already knew, but you really put yourself on the map. So what schools have been in contact with you, or have taken notice since you've put up these numbers and the performance that you had yesterday?
Well, a lot of schools have gone and followed me on Twitter since the weekend, and so a couple of them reached out. UT has texted me, and we've been in contact for a while now, but they were texting me quite a bit. And TCU, Air Force, Sam Houston, UTSA, we've been in contact too, and Yale. They also texted me a little bit and asked me to come up to the camp whenever that is. And then Duke and Iowa State.
Okay, awesome. So after this performance, what is next for you? What do you have coming up? I know there's I think there's track. I know you're a part of 7-on-7. But what is it that you're going to be doing?
Honestly, this summer is just about getting better, getting stronger. Whenever the camps do come out for colleges officially, that's what I'm going to be focused on, just getting to as many camps as I can, just showcasing myself and my skill set.
You just mentioned it, but going into next year at Brandeis, I know you always want to be the ultimate weapon on defense and offense. What are some things that we can hopefully look forward to seeing you do at Brandeis next season? And what can we expect from Brandeis next year?
Right. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good year for us. We have people battling at all different spots on the field, and so I'm really excited. I'm I'm real excited for the team that we have coming back. And I know we lost a couple of guys, but I have faith in the people that we have coming back. And I think it's going to be a really good year.
Any question, Gomez?
No, just I mean, him going into his senior year is going to be huge. You know, taking all that experience you gained the last 3 years, especially playing around some top DBs, sharing all that knowledge. I mean, even on 7-on-7, I've seen you out there at O'Connor, and we had some scrimmages. You're out there coaching, helping them guys, you know, and that's good to see, because I know what kind of person you're going to be out there with them boys, you know. So you know that they have a good leader, a guy with a good head on his shoulders who knows the game. That helps out tremendously, man, when you have somebody back there with that type of leadership. So I'm looking forward to see what y'all got as well.
So a question I have is, you know, I kind of mentioned it, but you know, you've played alongside, and now you're the lead of, you know, I mean, playing with Austin and Frank and Jalen, and but now you're the head.
So I was just saying, I mean, it's gonna be different, man.
So
Different.
So I mean, out of all those, I mean, I know they all work hard. But you know, one thing that I've always thought is anybody who's gonna have to follow in Aiden's footsteps or play alongside him can't slack. So I guess I'm asking what type of leadership. I know you're setting the example in your actions, but how is that defensive back core?
I think we'll be okay. You know, I've already started working with them. You know, I created a group chat with all the DBs, and we get out there at Brandeis whenever we can, you know, try and get some work in. And so just being able to bring those guys out and getting them better is really helping our team out, I believe.
Awesome. So if you don't have anything, Gomez, I'm good. Are there any words that you have that you want to express, Aiden?
No, sir, I'm good.
All right. Hey, this has been Along the Wire, Aiden. Let's get your Twitter handle. What's your Twitter feed? We can put that up on the screen for you. But if you want to follow Aiden and be a part of his recruiting experience, and just, hey, see a hell of a defensive back that's got everybody. Hold on, that's what I want to talk about. Every single coach at that event came up to me and was talking to me about who's this kid from San Antonio. So the name of the weekend is Aiden Inesta-Rodriguez. Started at the combine, earned his way to the camp, and showed out in the camp. You know, I'm not gonna let that be undersold. I know the type of work ethic and the family that you come from, man. And this is a player. For all those schools who were saying they want a football player, or you turn around and you look at that defensive back who you just wish you would give a limb for them to do something that Aiden does naturally. Hey, y'all cannot miss out on this young man's talent, on his work ethic, and the leadership ability that he has, because he's going to be doing more than the people that you have on your squad. I mean, I've seen it for years. It's the thing I noticed in the first workouts with Jalen Jones. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous in my opinion, the talent that you have. And you know, anything that I can do, and you know, I'm there for you, man. So you know, Gomez, if you want to say anything to that.
Oh man, just keep doing what you're doing on both sides of the ball, and your time will come. And when it does, man, just take advantage of it and prove everybody wrong, like you continue to do, brother.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, this has been Along the Wire, and Coach BDammone and Coach Gomez, and Aiden, man, thank you so much for your time. And I definitely look forward to seeing what's up with Brandeis in that first scrimmage versus Judson. So I will definitely be there, and it's gonna go down. So thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right,
How
keep
you
on
guys
balling out.
doing? Keep working, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.
Save this.